Excess belly fat is not merely a cosmetic concern. It is one of the most visible and dangerous indicators of metabolic imbalance, signaling deep internal shifts that, if left unchecked, can lead to prediabetes, heart disease, and even certain cancers. A waist circumference above healthy limits, generally over 40 inches for men and 35 inches for women, reflects not just stored energy, but a buildup of visceral fat, the metabolically active fat that wraps around internal organs. This type of fat is especially insidious because it behaves less like passive storage and more like a chemical factory, releasing inflammatory compounds and hormones that interfere with insulin function. Many people ignore this sign because they still feel fine, but by the time visceral fat becomes noticeable, insulin resistance and chronic inflammation are often already at work beneath the surface. The warning cannot be overstated. Visceral fat is biologically different from subcutaneous fat, the kind that lies just under the skin. It actively secretes cytokines and stress hormones that disrupt blood sugar control, raise blood pressure, and alter appetite regulation. As this fat accumulates, it sends false hunger signals to the brain, promoting overeating and further fat storage. Worse, it causes fatty acids to leak into the liver and muscles, reducing their ability to respond to insulin. Over time, this creates a self-perpetuating cycle of weight gain, fatigue, and hormonal disruption. Many people find themselves trapped in this pattern despite eating moderately because what they eat, rather than how much, becomes the defining factor in how their body handles energy. Yet there is good news. Visceral fat is highly responsive to the right interventions. Unlike the more stubborn fat in hips or thighs, belly fat can be reduced effectively with consistent changes in diet and movement. A minimum of 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week, such as brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or dancing, can significantly lower visceral fat levels and improve insulin sensitivity. Incorporating brief bursts of higher intensity activity, such as short uphill walks or interval training, further accelerates this process. Beyond exercise, it's crucial to avoid prolonged sitting. Simply standing or walking for a few minutes every hour helps keep metabolism active and prevents blood sugar from spiking after meals. Nutritionally, the key to shrinking belly fat lies in restoring metabolic stability through fiber-rich, nutrient-dense meals. Focus on foods that slow digestion and flatten glucose spikes, colorful vegetables, legumes, whole grains, and fruits like berries or apples. Fiber acts as a natural buffer, feeding beneficial gut bacteria and helping regulate appetite. Legumes such as lentils, chickpeas, and black beans are particularly powerful because they combine plant-based protein with soluble fiber, which improves insulin response and reduces post-meal cravings. Avoid refined carbohydrates and sugary beverages, which cause rapid glucose elevation and insulin surges that drive more fat into storage. Instead of white rice, opt for quinoa, barley, or brown rice. Replace sweetened snacks with small portions of nuts or seeds, which provide healthy fats and lasting satiety. Healthy fats should not be feared. In fact, they are essential for reducing belly fat. Olive oil, avocados, chia seeds, and fatty fish such as salmon or sardines can calm inflammation and improve the way the body burns fat for fuel. However, processed vegetable oils, fried foods, and trans fats do the opposite. They trigger inflammation and make insulin resistance worse. Combining these healthy fats with high-fiber foods creates a powerful synergy that keeps blood sugar steady throughout the day. Try structuring meals around this balance. Half your plate with vegetables, 1/4 with lean protein, and 1/4 with whole grains or legumes, drizzled with a small amount of olive oil or topped with nuts. Stress control is another overlooked but critical component in managing belly fat. Elevated cortisol, the body's main stress hormone, promotes fat accumulation specifically in the abdominal region. Chronic emotional stress, overwork, or poor sleep can therefore undermine even the best diet and exercise habits. To counter this, integrate stress reduction techniques into your daily life. Meditation, deep breathing, or even short nature walks can lower cortisol levels and support fat metabolism. Prioritize 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep per night. Research shows that even 1 week of sleep deprivation can raise hunger hormones and reduce insulin sensitivity. Establishing a calming nighttime routine, such as limiting screens, dimming lights, or drinking a cup of herbal tea, helps restore hormonal equilibrium. The most important instruction is to take early action, even when the changes seem small. Measuring your waist circumference regularly provides a clearer picture of metabolic health than weight alone. Progress may be gradual, but even a modest reduction in belly size corresponds with significant internal improvement, better insulin function, lower blood pressure, improved cholesterol levels, and a stronger immune response. The transformation does not require extreme restriction or exhaustive workouts, but it does require consistency, small, steady steps maintained daily. Think of every balanced meal, every brisk walk, and every good night of sleep as a direct message to your metabolism, a reminder that it can still recover. Excess belly fat is not a permanent condition but a signal, one that, if answered promptly, can be reversed naturally. With the right combination of fiber-rich nutrition, regular activity, and stress management, you can retrain your body to burn energy efficiently again. The earlier you act, the more resilient your system becomes, and the further you move away from the silent dangers of metabolic disease.